Okay, are we live?
Hi. Whew.
All right then. Okay, so when we last left off, the party learned of the Gold Pick Association's involvement in the coal mine incident, and prepared themselves to intercept the orchestrator the next day. Um, in the meantime, Lang Long procured exotic fruits for his brews. Uh, Marisol enjoyed some quality time with Jan, and Yogg found a familiar figure with some green draconite and a bizarre device. He injured himself and started taking Sheriff Auvert up to the Rangers when we last ended the session. So I think it's only fair to start off with Yogg. So you've um, incapacitated the sheriff. You've bound him poorly with some rope, and then you injured yourself. You have a wound on you, and you decide to carry him over to the Norford Rangers.
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to continue with that, or is there anything else you would do at the moment?
I'm just gonna continue doing that.
Okay. Yeah. So you sort of trudge all the way out of the alley, across the street. It's not that the sheriff is particularly heavy because you're a barbarian and you can handle that, but the wound hurts, and you can't heal it yourself.
Even though I've got cure wounds.
I mean, well, you haven't cured it yet.
Yeah.
So you make it over to the Norfolk Rangers, and you find your way over to Ludwig, who is quite surprised. It's like, what? What are you doing? Who is this? Are you hurt?
Yogg, fine. He places the sheriff in a chair and says, "This is the sheriff of Everton."
Are you sure? I don't think I've ever seen him before.
I could get friends here. They could verify.
I suppose. I mean, why did you bring him here? What's wrong with him?
Yogg charmed him.
He what?
He was being suspicious. He gives Ludwig the Dragonite, had green Dragonite on him.
Roll a persuasion check and do it with advantage.
Persuasion. Fuck!
Oh, wow. You hate to see it.
Oh no. It's a crit one either way.
Yeah, Ludwig should kind of be at least trusting you in this regard for somewhat, but it's like, this poor old man, you just tied him up and brought him here. Like, you know what? Look, just go take care of that. And he's pointing to like the gash on like your chest. Just go take care of that. We'll help. We'll take care of this, okay? Just
Yogg nods as he just heads over to Landlong's bar.
Lanlong, you are attending to your bar, your sort of duties. It's a bit of a slow evening, and then Yogg wanders in.
Hey, Yogg, what's up?
Saw the sheriff of Everton.
What?
He nods. Saw the sheriff of Everton was out drinking. Saw him.
Oh wait, I forgot to ask. What did Yogg do with the device?
He just kind of put it in the backpack of his.
So you have it with you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, continue.
Weird. Wonder what he's doing here.
He had Draconite on him.
Odd. That is very odd. Where'd you bring him to?
Norford Rangers.
I see. Well,
Seemed like best place.
yeah. Let's go grab Marisol and talk to him. I'm curious as to why he's here.
Yogg nods.
I think it's also worth pointing out that Lanlong can now see the wound as Yogg is sort of bleeding.
You going to clean yourself up there, bud?
Yogg, fine.
Please clean that up because you're bleeding all over my bar.
Eight points of healing.
Thank you.
As you restore your wounds, your flesh sort of stitches itself back up, and you feel a little something a little peculiar. Something that's kind of different from when you've been healed previously, and that is a small little pop. And then both of you sort of hear this little metallic clank, this tiny little thing as a piece of metal has now sort of popped itself out of Yogg's chest and onto the counter.
Yogg's gonna reach into the bag and pull out the wand.
And then long we'll pick up the piece of metal.
Yeah, so you pick it up. It's covered in Yogg's dried blood, but it is a small little piece of metal, no bigger than like a coin, and it's just kind of a little warped, a little oblong.
What the fuck?
And yeah,
what's that thing you're holding?
Weird wand that was on the sheriff's person.
What does this one look like again, Green?
It's mostly constructed of of a wooden grip with a metal shaft that sort of curves away from the handle. There are these little tiny levers, little apparati, but you notice that at the end is this hole that the metal shaft is hollow.
It's a gun. You're telling me it's a gun. Granted, we don't know it's a gun, but it's a fucking gun.
It's a gun, yeah.
It's oh my gosh. It's
Yeah.
It's basically
But
the late 1800s.
Sega, don't kill yourself.
yeah, it's a crude, rudimentary single shot handheld gun.
I was about to say, it's accurate for the time period. Wild West, late 1800s. Yeah, we got pistols.
But
So it's a flintlock.
But all you would see it as is a bizarre contraption.
Yeah. Maybe you can bring it to Marisol's boyfriend. Maybe you can.
Yogg nods. Keep whatever Yogg just points at what Lanlong's holding. Keep that with you in case.
You can keep it. It's covered in your blood after.
Yogg nods.
And Lanlong will just hand the bit of metal over.
Either of you can make an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Okay, I got just +0 to intelligence, but let's see. 10?
5.
Yeah, you can't really seem to discern anything else about this object.
Yeah, let's grab Marisol, drop whatever this thing off with her boyfriend, and let's go talk to the sheriff, see why he's here.
Yak nods it and just follows Landlong.
And we'll head over to Marisol, where Marisol is staying with her boyfriend.
Okay, yeah. You head on over to Jan de Kessel's workshop. Marisol is also there at the time, yes?
Yes, I think their date just ended.
Right. So you and Jan have just come back. Just sort of unwinding a little bit. Maybe just having a little bit of chatter when Landlong and Yog come in.
Hey, folks.
Good day.
Evening.
Well, apparently Yog here found the sheriff from, what was it again? Frickin' Everton, right? Yeah. Yeah. Apparently he just showed up. And he also had this thing from Yog.
Yak holds up the wand and the little thing of metal.
Whose blood is that?
Mine.
Who do you think?
Y'all. What the hell?
I'm sickened but curious. Never the life of an engineer, I suppose. Let me see. And he gingerly picks it up, examines it. It's like, and then he sort of puts his hand around the handle, and then you can see how his index finger rests on one of the levers rather calmly. It's like, I see. That's how it's meant to be used. And where did this come from? As he holds up the little metal bit
Inside me.
Well, yes, How exactly did that happen, Yog?
Yak just kind of shrugs.
I'm going to guess that it wasn't there before.
The
Was not.
bit of metal in Yog? No.
I see.
Yog, what did you do?
Yes. Tell us what happened. In as much detail as you can, if possible.
As much detail as you can.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Yog
Y'all
was...
need to do a history check for that.
No, it's just up to how Yog remembers it.
Yog was drinking. Yog saw Sheriff being... Yog saw someone in cloak be suspicious. Yog followed man in cloak. Charmed him.
You charmed the sheriff?
Yes, please don't interrupt Yog.
Sorry.
It breaks his train of thought.
Sheriff had Draconite on him. Yog gave Draconite to... I keep forgetting his name.
Ludwig.
Yog gave Draconite to Ludwig. Then messed around with Wand. And Wand hurt Yog. Sheriff now in custody of Norford Rangers.
I see.
Is that all that's happened?
Yes.
Well, it doesn't tell me too much about the workings of this device, but I suppose I have no choice but to take it apart and see how it operates.
Yog, come here.
Yog is fine. Yog healed self.
I speculate that this metal bearing is something of a projectile, although it doesn't seem to be sharpened at all, which means perhaps there was a considerable amount of force, and he just kind of just sort of like muttering a bit of like mumbo jumbo under his breath. It's like, perhaps is there a mechanical launching? No, it doesn't look like it.
Well,
maybe
you continue looking into that. Don't forget to finish my weapon. And Marisol, let's go talk to the sheriff, shall we?
All right.
Yes, of course. I should get on that right away.
Don't get yourself hurt, please.
I promise. I am nothing if not careful.
Love you.
Love you.
Aw, isn't that cute? Come on, let's go.
Aw. Anyway. Off to the Rangers, right?
Yes.
All right. You sort of head back down the street over to the barracks. This time with the three of you. Ludwig has now placed the sheriff in a cell as the effects of the incapacitation from Yogg's rune has worn off, and the sheriff is, for lack of a better term, brooding.
Does he need either cure wounds or healing spirit?
I mean, Yogg never punched him, so...
He does not look injured in the slightest.
Trying to remember what healing spirit does.
Healing spirit is just more healing, HP.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
What up, sheriff? What brought you here?
the sheriff, stares at you all, and his sunken eyes look over you all with this venom, this eerie green color that's twisted by an anger of some kind. And he says nothing.
You don't seem to be particularly talkative. Maybe you really did kill your daughter.
Don't you dare suggest that.
And he talks. What are you doing here?
I'm here for the real people who killed my daughter.
Those being?
Oh, you know, a couple of wanderers, vagabonds, adventurers. I think you're intimately familiar.
Either referring to us specifically, or you're...
Yes, it's you.
Okay.
I know it was you. You're the ones. Not gone.
We've never even met your daughter. We've literally found out about your daughter going missing when we first arrived in your town.
Oh, but you've met her all right. After all, someone had to go and kill the Vipress.
I was just about to say! Was his... Oh.
Damn it.
Yeah. Well, then you're just a shit parent.
I'm sorry.
I would have gotten my revenge for sure. But then your friend here had some ideas, and he didn't even know what he was doing. Ain't that shit luck on my part?
I suppose. Where'd you get the green dragonite?
That's not important.
Oh, but it is.
Because
It very much is.
Because we only know one person who has made it and roughly experimented with it. Okay, technically two, but I'm thinking out of character right now. But the second person is currently out, and who knows where. I'm talking.
Shazia.
The character I was talking about, Withersby. No wait, was it Shazia? Shit. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb whore.
No, what if it was Withersby?
Oh yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so how much have... I'm I'm trying to discern like what you are actually saying to him, and like how much of this is in character.
Deeper voice would be Marisol. My voice becomes more
Yeah.
high pitched, then that's me.
Well, I mean, no. Well, what I mean is exactly like. So you're asking where he got the Dragonite from, and he says it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So what is okay? So let's rewind that thought a bit. So what is your response to that?
My long was, oh, but it very much is.
Because we only know one person who's been experimenting with that type of Draconite.
Well, he doesn't seem to react to those two statements alone. If he just, I believe he would just go quiet again.
Are you
because-
familiar with a man named Douglas Withersby?
Roll an insight.
That all is down.
27.
Jesus.
The look that he sort of gets on his face past this twisted, scowl is is like the face of someone who heard a name that they don't really recognize. Landmonk, you'd probably be able to intuit that as well.
Shame. They're planning on telling you where your daughter was.
They weren't telling me where my daughter was. They just told me who did it.
Yeah, she isn't
She
dead.
was leader of
Of
the
course,
snake
of
bite
course she's
gang.
dead. You did her in. You
No.
all did.
We just took her down. In fact, we took her in, but unfortunately, due to her influence, she sort of had to be sequestered away.
I think no. I do believe that the Vipress is dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
She is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, Landlong's lying out his ass, just trying to get more information out this.
Oh, well, in that case, roll a deception check.
Damn it.
Yeah, you're not fooling him. If you think you can pass the blame onto somebody else, it's too late for that.
Oh no, like I said, we did take her down. I'm just curious who told you she was killed.
It's hard not to hear it. Bandit Queen, leader of the Snakebite gang, goes down, forces scattered to the wind. That news gets around. I only just now found out recently that was you lot.
She would have attacked Noford.
And
It is your job to make sure people are safe.
I'm the sheriff of Everton, not Norfolk. Hell, she could have raised an army to Everton and I would have let her. She's my daughter, for gods above.
Can I roll an insight to see if what he's saying he really means, or more seems to be the influence from the Draconite?
I think that might be an insight roll, sure.
I'm gonna do the same thing. 30-20.
Okay. It's a bit hard to gauge, considering that you haven't really spent a lot of time getting to know the sheriff, and you only just recently found out that his daughter was the Vipress. But something about this goes well. This seems to be going well beyond just a father's love for his daughter than would normally go. After all, he is a sheriff, and his daughter became a Gorgon bandit queen, so you can't help but think that there's something else at play. And thankfully, there seems to be an answer right in the face, staring you right in the face.
I do have to wonder, though, who exactly did she get her looks? I mean, granted, you do seem to be very, very much a snake, but I mean, we've never seen the mama.
She was human, through and through. Prettiest girl in all of town. Then one day, something went wrong. Ritual with them devils. Things from the hells. Twisted her into that. She was run out of town for being a monster. And all I could do was clean up the trail.
That's terrible.
And then you saw what happened after that. And this whole time I was holding out hope that she'd make it all right. She deserved to be happy, get what she wanted.
I mean, you could have left with her instead of, just having her run away by herself. I mean, to be fair, dude, that's on you. You could have gone with her, but you chose to be a bigot and stay with the people that shunned her. You lost the right to call you being her father the moment she ran away and you didn't go with her.
You don't have any right to speak of that. You don't know what it's like to have a daughter. You don't know what it's like to have a daughter taken, ripped from your own hands.
Shut up. Just shut the fuck up.
Yogg turns to, don't tell me.
Do you need assistance?
He turns to Ludwig, right?
Yes.
Good, I'm slowly learning. He turns to Ludwig and says, "Mind getting Mary Soul away from here for a little bit?"
I suppose. Ludwig tries to interpose themselves between Marisol's like, perhaps we should go elsewhere.
Why?
I can't help but think that Ludwig struggles to come up with a actual answer. I mean, there's not really a problem, is there? I mean, you've whatever the sheriff was planning to do, he's incarcerated, so he can't do anything.
I do have to ask, Shara, considering you did say that a group of devil worshippers did that to your daughter.
What of it?
Who are these devil worshippers, out of curiosity?
Just some scum of the earth. Cultists, freaks, the lot. They show up from time to time. But we ran them through that night. That's the last anyone's ever seen of them. I made sure of it.
I see. Well, if you're not going to tell us who gave you the stone, I think we've talked all we needed to.
Well, there's one thing that we haven't tried.
And that
I would like to try and intimidate him to have him spill where he got the Dragonite.
Okay. So I think now you can probably roll. You can either roll first and either make your intimidation check based on what you roll, or the traditional way, which is say what you want first and then roll.
So Yogg is the how close is he to the bars?
The sheriff?
Yeah.
He's like against the wall, sort of halfway back. Not up against the bars, but not against the opposite wall either.
Yeah. So would Yogg be able to reach him?
I don't think so.
So Yogg punches at the bars and literally just screams, "You don't tell Yogg everything! Yogg will hurt you!"
You don't know hurt. I've already been hurt badly once again, so go ahead.
Perhaps we can talk? I was in your daughter's shoes at some point.
Roll persuasion.
18.
There is... So amidst his sickly, sunken eyes, there's a tiny glimmer. A tiny glimmer of maybe hope, maybe reconciliation, but he's listening.
Do you boys mind stepping out?
Alright. Maybe you can get this idiot to talk. We'll politely leave.
Yeah, so Ludwig escorts Lan Long and Yogg out of the room. And right now it's just a one-on-one with Marisol and the sheriff.
You said your daughter ran away from home.
It's not like she could have stayed. The whole town would have put her head on a stick. She had to run, and I let her run. I let her run so that she'd be safe.
Certainly says a lot about you. You chose to let her run for her safety. Meanwhile, I believe my own father is trying to do his damnedest to get me to come back. Because there's something about you that sets you apart from him. You actually give a damn.
I did give a damn. I don't know who your father is, or what you've done, but... No. Never mind, that's not my business. Never was, never will be. But let me tell you this. I could have brought my daughter back safely. Brought her home to a place that would keep her safe. I would have done it in a heartbeat. I would have done it. I would have laid down my own life to do it.
And I again apologize for her not being with you anymore. I wasn't the one who did her in, but I would like to say in the short time that I've interacted with her, she was fierce, she was determined, and I don't know what the rest of my party would say, but I am struggling to find the right words. But very few people who I believe deserve to die. She was not one of them.
You watch as this this um this color around his eyes slowly transitions from a vibrant, almost serpentine, uh, like
Green.
like not like green, but like a greenish yellow. There's a specific shade that I'm trying to think of, but not quite. But anyway, this color sort of transitions from that to like a cool gray, and this sort of dark circles or like these stains that have been sort of on his face like a mask, like gently recedes until his face kind of resembles that of when you saw him for the first time. An old man who is tired, saddened, and the next time he speaks, that same venom in his voice is gone. I know she grew up to be a bandit. The queen of all bandits. Leader of a whole damn army. I know.
She might have won me over a bit, but that's not here or there.
I know I'm a sheriff. I know I'm supposed to keep the law. But if I ever met her again, I would have turned in my badge. Because that's what fathers do.
She was lucky to have a dad like you.
Well then, I think I do owe you something of an apology. And I know just how to repay it. You're gonna want to bring your friends in here.
Okay. Marisol then heads back outside. Come on in.
Alright.
You re-enter, and you now notice that the sheriff does look a bit better. Something about him has definitely changed, and his air is a bit more amicable. As he sort of sits up straight from his slouch, and he sort of looks over you all with a sort of a determination. I was approached last week by someone in a mask. They showed me that strange green crystal, and I felt something weird come over me. And when they told me they knew who killed my daughter, I couldn't think of anything else. I was overcome with the need for revenge. And they gave me a name and they gave me a means. As he sort of like pats the empty holster at his side. They told me where you were, how I could find you. So I came down here to Norfolk. I can't imagine why they would tell me, but I think they wanted you out of the picture.
That's no surprise. We're getting a lot of people's hair, so.
If I had to guess, seems like you're doing some sort of digging or snooping around, and they don't want you butting in on their progress. So I'd be careful if I were you.
I mean, we'll try, but in all honesty, if we meet them, we meet them. We'll see what happens. And sorry about your daughter. Wasn't her fault what happened to her.
The sheriff just kind of wordlessly nods and seems to sort of make peace with this whole situation.
If there's any way that any of us can try to make amends, let us know.
Well, suppose there is one thing. If you can, find this bastard who tried to use my own daughters as against you for their own plans. I may have hated you for killing her, but I'm not gonna let anybody use her name to do more foul. So put him in the ground for me.
I mean, to be fair, they sent you to assassinate us, so I was planning on doing that anyways.
And we'll call it square.
You think you're gonna be okay?
I think I will. I don't know what happened, but I feel like I'll be fine.
Well, talk to the people here, see what they have to say about letting you go.
Yeah,
That's up to them.
Ludwig does sort of clear their throats. Like, well, I mean, technically he didn't even attempt. He didn't even start his attempt on your lives. So,
But he confessed to premeditative, and that's still a crime.
well, I mean, it would be here, but I mean, technically he did not do anything yet. Yogg stopped him before he could. So, yes, Ludwig's just like, we'll at least keep him here and until the next day. Never know.
By the way, do you know what the thing that they gave you was exactly?
They told me it was a weapon. They told me how to use it, but that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Did it look like a fancy stick?
Something like that, yeah. Kind of I thought it might have been like a crossbow piece at some point, but it's kind of missing the bow and the string and the arrows, but they promised me it would do the job.
Yogg might have accidentally used it on self.
Yeah, I heard. I mean, the sheriff was still conscious when you shot yourself. To be honest, that was a little impressive. I don't know how you managed to do that.
Turns out he just held it backwards.
I don't know if you'd be impressed by what he's able to do, or frightened, or dumbfounded.
Well, from what you're describing, I hope I don't find out. You can roll insight on him if you want to.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck it.
Why not? 10.
25.
Jesus, Sega.
Okay, so Lebog and Marisol, you kind of get this idea that he's probably thinking something along the lines of, I can't believe that my beloved daughter died at the hands of this thing. He does not know how to feel about that, but he's hiding it very well.
To be fair, if it makes him feel any better, Landlong was one who actually did the killing blow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, Ludwig assures that all is taken care of. The Sheriff O'Vare will probably be staying here for at least another day.
Out of curiosity, Sheriff, did they tell you to contact them or anything after you did the job, or
Nothing
did they just sort of...
Nothing about a follow through.
There's a question on how they would know if you got the job done.
Just take us down and be done with it, I suppose.
Hard to say. I wouldn't know.
I assume they approached you back in Everton.
That's right.
Interesting. Concerning, but interesting. Well, we'll be seeing you, I suppose.
See you later. Okay, so, yeah, you sort of wrap up your business there, and, Marisol, you can give yourself a point of DM inspiration.
1 point, okay.
Yeah. So that's basically one free roll with advantage or canceling disadvantage.
Got it.
When you so choose.
Okay.
All right.
Because I was able to talk him down.
That's a light way of putting it, but yeah, something like that. But anyway, yeah, night is now upon you.
Well, interesting to see that. Well, we found about a lot of information, mainly that the Viper was his daughter, which is questions for later and probably never.
Yeah.
Second question becomes, who the hell tried to more or less put the proverbial magic wand to her? I'm guessing it's whoever's involved with the Golden Pick Company, who's ever running that. Will be my money. Though, Green, how long does it take to travel from Everton to here?
I would say approximately 3 days on horse.
3 days on horse, and
maybe 2.5 if you were really rushing.
okay. And how long ago did we take care of the guys in the mine?
Must have been at least 2 days.
Okay, so theoretically not impossible, but either it's major coincidence that he arrived, or somebody's pre-planning things and already views us as a menace. I mean, to be fair, a lot of people view us as menaces regardless, so that will be a very long list.
Fortunately, some of those people are actually dead.
Yeah. These boomsticks. I actually want Yogg to be the one to come up with the name of this firearm.
Who's... Well... I mean, you can call them whatever you want.
I'm guessing they already have a name?
They would, but you wouldn't know what it is.
Okay, so for now, I guess Yogg is giving that thing a nickname.
I mean, probably.
At this point, I say we get some rest.
Dick.
At this point, I say we get some rest, and in all honesty, go to the... Is the criminal, township still there, or is that gone green?
The bog?
Yeah.
The bog wouldn't have dissolved over the course of the Viper's death. Roll a history check.
Can I too?
Sure.
Okay.
11.
1.
20.
Dirty 1.
Okay, so Lanlong and Yog, who's to say? It's a town with no real rulership. Anything could have happened. You haven't been there since you last needed to. But for Marisol, there's some kind of detail that you've kind of held on to when it comes to the bog, and that is that they did not allow members of the Snakebite gang into the bog. So when the gang dissolved, then it's possible that the town has only grown bigger.
Yeah.
Either way, Marisol has no reason to suspect that the bog is gone or diminished in any right.
I think we should head to the bog to see if we can't find any information about this Golden Pick group, because they are clearly not good people. And if we want to find any sort of information about not so good people, that seems to be the best place to go.
Yog nods.
I agree.
For now, let's get some rest, wait for your boyfriend to finish my weapon, and then we can head out.
Why do you keep calling him that?
Am I wrong?
You're my boyfriends too.
You said that weird.
So you said it with a hyphen between boy and friend? I'm saying it as boyfriend singular. As in...
Like it's one word.
Because you clearly care for this person, and who knows if you want to marry him or things like that.
I guess. But I wouldn't call him a boyfriend.
Let's see, you currently live in his place, you go on dates with each other, and you told him that you love him.
I'd call him a mate. I wouldn't call him what I call you guys.
Apparently, wherever you're from has much more sad terms for affection.
I am simply courting him, and he is courting me in return.
Yeah, where I'm from, we call that boyfriend and girlfriend. Weird.
This tea is delicious. Anyway. So I'm guessing everybody turns in for the night?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright. That'll be another long rest. Yog, you can heal up any other HP you're missing.
No, I was only missing 8.
Okay. Yeah, so... Right. Long rest, everything resets. And the next day starts. Marisol, when you wake up, you notice that Jan is not in the bed, but rather you go outside into the workshop, and he is on the at his workbench, face in his arms, fast asleep.
Aww.
You.
And just in front of him is something what looks like a large bladed quarterstaff with tiny little inscriptions along it.
Kiss him, kiss him, kiss him.
To carry him back to bed, would I need to do a strength check?
That would be that would be a strength check.
Well, I tried.
You just sort of like put your arms around his waist and you try and like hoist him up, but all that you really do is wake him up as he just sort of like stirs. Is like, Mary's all. Good morning. I wasn't. I wasn't sleeping.
You were sleeping here.
No, I was just finishing the touches on your friend's device weapon thing. It's done now.
Okay. Then I believe it is time for you to go to bed.
Yeah, maybe. I'll just close my eyes for a few seconds.
Oh, this is not a good place to sleep. And I have slept in trees.
Fair point. He sort of stands up, stretches his arms, and stumbles over to the bedroom, and then just falls over. Doesn't even get under the covers. Just
Marisol just gently adjusts him so she can tuck him in.
Just deliver that for me, will you?
All right. I'm gonna be heading out again.
Okay. You do know he asked you to deliver the quarterstaff, so.
I'll do just that.
All right, yeah. So you take it with you, and then you meet up with the rest of the crew.
Well, it's fixed, I suppose.
Yeah, good.
What is this thing?
What?
Like she is holding it in her hands. Like this is nothing like my quarterstaff.
Oh, no, it's specially designed blade staff. It's sort of a unique weapon from my monastery back home.
I see.
Honestly, I prefer to use glaive, but honestly, they were always a bit cumbersome for me, so this was sort of a compromise for it.
I see. She then hands it over to him.
And then I will take it.
All right. Yeah. So now your bladed quarterstaff now deals 1d8 thunder damage per hit.
Ooh. Additionally, or solely?
Just realized I was doing safe. Whoops. Oh well.
That it should just be in addition to its regular damage.
Okay.
Okay. And the damage, the regular slashing damage does now count as magical if it did not already.
Perfect, and it did not. Because unfortunately, the key empowered strikes only count towards your fist weapons and not your actual wielding weapons.
What does your kid say, monk? But anyway.
Yeah, and I'm a drunken monk,
I know. No need to be so mean.
Isn't that the name of this bar, the Drunken Monk?
It is,
Hey.
but it's also a subclass.
To be fair, Landlong's bar is called the Drunken Monks, plural.
Okay. Off to
Let's-
the walk then, right?
Yep. We should... Is Yogg with us, or do we need to go grab him?
Yogg's with you.
Okay. Yeah, let's head off to the bog. Hopefully we can find more information on this Golden Pick Company, because there are a few choice words I have for them.
Okay. So you you head out on horseback. And it takes you about maybe about, by the time that you arrive in the bog, it is now like late afternoon. The sun is starting to get low. The swamp is alive with the sounds of frogs and bugs and birds and criminals. As you arrive at this familiar site of buildings and shacks supported on stilts and planks, sort of connecting to build a makeshift infrastructure of this swamp-based town. Once again, it is rowdy. A light. The crooks are starting to come out and sort of not really paying you much mind as they go about their business.
Is there still that giant fight area?
Yes, it is, and the large pillar that most people have fighted on has only gotten bigger, as in wider in scale and taller above the ground or the swamp.
Does it seem to be currently active, or does it seem to be quiet for the moment?
There are a couple of people sort of lingering around in the spectators' space. No fight is actually going on yet, but you sort of get the energy of a fight starting soon, maybe within the hour.
Is the spider lady around? Because I remember that, like, she's the information broker, isn't she?
Something of the sort. You can anybody who wants to can give me a perception check.
Okay.
I mean, I have a passive 19 to it, so.
Passive 19.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's quite a lot. Well, wisdom and
no.
Not a passive, just a regular check.
18.
Apparently low.
15.
Okay, so Yog, you spy a familiar tall woman with an extra set of mechanical arms, sort of walking sort of among the, I want to say, like, the backstage of this arena. Not quite out in the center of attention, but she is here.
Yog taps Landlong's shoulder and kind of points to her. It's like, there.
Yeah, good. There she is. And I guess we'll head over to her.
All right, yeah. So you confront the spider backstage, and she looks about the same as when you last remember. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. The betting process has not quite begun yet. You may have to wait a moment."
We're not here to bet.
At least not yet, anyways.
Oh, and you're not here to fight either, are you?
Yog never said that.
Well then, there's still some time before the next fight lines up, so what can I do for you, dearie?
We're here for information.
Of course you are. Well, let's see. Let's hear what you're looking to learn, and we'll find out what you can do to jog my memory.
Anything that you have on the Golden Pick group?
The Golden Pick Association.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of murmuring around here. They're a well-to-do company, topside, you know. That doesn't mean they don't do dirty dealings every now and then.
Oh, we've seen some of their dirty dealings already.
Yog literally just pulls out 200 gold and gives it to her.
Ah, now that's what I'm talking about. Your friend knows how to speak to a lady.
Yes, your friend knows how to speak to a lady, aka bribe him.
Yes. From what I understand, the Golden Pig Company is willing to do anything it can to get its hands on Draconite. Even if that means strong-arming other mining companies, digging up sacred land, or... well... What was that?
Arranging a hit?
Or that as well.
What can you tell us about their leader?
Hmm.
Or at least the most top dog, I suppose.
The head of the company is one. Actually, wait. I need to refresh myself. Oops. Yes, the head of the company is Tara Coalbreaker. She's often up in Everton. That's where that's where the company operates from. But they have, shall I say, bases, outposts wherever there's something to be mined.
Mm.
She does a great job of keeping up appearances. No scandals, no dirt. She seems to be an upstanding citizen for the most part, but if the company is really doing things like assassinations, then maybe she's not as spotless as we think.
Well, they try to do more than assassinations, we can tell you that.
Yes, I assume that's... You know, 200 gold is a very generous offer. I wonder if there's something else that you can do for me.
What?
You see, I've been sort of talking with some of the other fighters around here, and I've been paid a rather healthy sum of cash. If there's a competitor by the name of Olgrosh, he's a brute of an orc, more meat than brains, but someone is looking out for him. If he wins the next fight, I'm offered an even bigger sum of cash in return.
God damn it, DJ!
So are you asking one of us to step in and sort of take a fall?
Oh, I'm not suggesting that. All I'm just suggesting is that if Olgrosh wins the next fight, then maybe what you're looking for is something that I can share with you.
Y'all do it.
Again.
Wonderful to have you aboard. Now then, I believe the next fight is getting started, so allow me to make the accommodation. As the spider sort of slinks away a little further into the shadowy underbelly of the arena, as more spectators and crooks sort of file in, getting ready to watch the fights. Is there anything anybody would do before it starts properly?
Yogg is just gonna leave Chud in the capable hands of Landlong.
What's the general over-under on betting pool of the orc winning?
The orc. Okay, so I'm not the best at knowing how betting odds work, but there is a 500% payout if Olgrosh wins. So whatever amount you've bet, you're likely to get five times that in returns. If he loses, the payout is tenfold.
Yogg is gonna give Landlong 200 gold and says, "Bet this."
On you or the orc?
Whichever you want.
Remember, buddy, you do need to take a dive for him because we need that information.
Yogg knows.
Alright. And then Long will put the 200 Yogg gave him on the orc dude, and then Long will put 20 down himself.
So you're paying so you're betting a total of 220?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. The fight seems to be starting to pick up as the arena is full of spectators, and the sun has fully set for the ambiance. Lanterns are lighting up the central pillar of the fight, where the fight takes place, as the spider steps into the center of the stage. Ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between, we have a wonderful fight staged here tonight. Our first competitor, a champion from the Breakstone Mountains, Olgrosh the Red, as a sort of a wooden bridge sort of unfolds up to the pillar, and up trots this big sort of heavy set orc with a wide chin, bald, and a look in his eyes that sort of suggests that everything's not quite there. He's a few let's just say he's a few cards short of an apple.
We might
of a bushel.
We might all be here, but we're not all there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, someone's finally smarter. Someone who's finally dumber than Yogg.
A few apples short of a full deck. As he sort of trots up onto the ring, he's like, me oh gosh, me champion, me win, me fight good. And then the other is and then the next bridge sort of unfolds for Yogg to step up. Is like, and his opponent tonight, Yugg, I think.
That, like, as Yogg is walking out, he just shouts, Yogg!
And the crowd sort of erupts with both cheers and jeers, as you hear like, oh great, finally, I've been looking for two idiots to beat each other up.
I was about to ask, does the crowd recognize him?
Well, actually, as you say that, you sort of hear it's like, hey man, that's the other champion. He beat that the other orc like a year ago. Oh really? Oh yeah. I'll put my money on that guy. He sounds like he's I think he sounds like he's got his he knows his stuff. This other dude, he's just a waste of space. Sharp as a sack of hammers, that one. Oh gosh, win.
Me, Yogg! Yogg beat you!
There's sort of like this this ambience of like, oh man, this is gonna be good. Get a load of these guys among the spectators as the bell rings and the fight begins, and the bets and the betting phase stops. Actually, Yogg roll initiative.
This is gonna be fun. 6.
Okay. Actually, okay. Actually, there should be a. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna roll privately. He got a 16, so
He goes first.
yes. Olgrosh charges at you head first, with very little regard for his own momentum or his surroundings. As he just he doesn't throw a punch or a kick or a grab at you, but he throws his entire forehead at you in a just a runaway headbutt. He got a 23.
That hits.
Okay. You take Um, only 9 points of bludgeoning damage as his head connects with yours.
Yog stumbles back, shakes his head, and then he just gives this toothy grin of almost it's been too long.
Oh, Grush, head like helmet. It not hurt, oh, Grush.
Yog got claws.
Okay. It's now Yog's turn.
Yeah. Yog's just gonna claw this guy.
Okay, make an attack roll.
That would be a 29.
Ooh, that's a crit. He's very big, so it's a very easy target to hit as you just sort of rake your claws against his stomach, dealing 12 points of slashing damage, and you just sort of hear him bellow in pain, oh!
And then Yog, since I get 2 attacks, he's gonna go again.
Yeah, go ahead.
21.
That also hits for 6 slashing damage as you leave another slash mark against his stomach. Oh, Grush hurt.
Yeah, it's Yog has his claws up. It's you know how Muhammad Ali would kind of as he that fancy footwork from Muhammad Ali. That's basically Yog right now.
Float like a lizard, sting like a different lizard.
Snap, swim like a sea turtle, snap like a snapping turtle.
Yeah. Yeah, so Ogrush is just kind of screaming as he's, been hurt real bad. It's just you make Ogrush bleed on blood. That make Ogrush angry. As he sort of, his neck just sort of seems to get even thicker. A vein just sort of starts bulging, and underneath his tubby exterior, you see his own muscles tense and harden. As he goes into a sort of a fury.
My God, he's a barbarian.
And not just that, but you swear you can see cinders flicking off of him.
Storm Herald.
Yeah, Yog's now thinking maybe Yog got too big for Shell.
Oh gosh, hit you now.
Oh boy. Yog's in danger.
He rolled an 8.
That misses.
Yog in danger.
And then and then he does so again with a 20, soft 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Yog's able to absorb the first blow, but then it's the second one comes out of nowhere.
All right. That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage as he his fists move faster than they led on to, and he delivers a solid jab in the center of your chest. But not only that, you feel these cinders and embers that sort of flicker around him grow and get they sort of turn into little wisps of flame as you also take 3 points of fire damage.
Oh, this is fun. This is getting fun for Yog. And then Yog looks at him and he says, "You burn Yog."
Oh gosh, burn everyone! Burn and crush its dance on ashes!
Yog gets big. And giant smite.
Oh.
Is that legal?
You watch as Yog grows to grows to become large, nearly double his entire size. And you hear just the crowd just kind of like whoop. It's like, whoa, dude, he's massive. Can he do that before? Oh, no way, man. Oh, is it too late to bet on him? I want to bet on him. It's like,
Never sold Tursus Spider. That is legal, right?
well, it's not legal.
And
It's not legal.
yeah, Yogg's Yogg still has this smile on him, but there's now this clear, it's like, I will end you in his eyes.
Yeah.
And he's going for a slash. 11.
11 misses.
Going for the other one. God damn it!
11 misses.
Action surge. So I get to try to damage him again.
Yeah.
17.
17 will hit.
And then one more.
18 will hit. Okay,
however, I also do that bonus d6.
Yeah.
One extra, so 14 in total.
Okay, 14 in total. Not bad. Yeah, the fight is really picking up as things just sort of go off the walls right away. Olgrush is on fire. Yogg is twice as large as he regularly was. The crowd is going nuts. And the spider is watching with an apprehensive curiosity. This whole time, she sort of had like this smug, well-to-do sort of demeanor about her, but now she looks genuinely
concerned.
Not like genuinely concerned, but like, I did not account for that. But anyway, yeah. So if that's your turn,
yeah, that's my turn. I've used my bonus action and attacked.
All right, yeah. Okay. It's Olgrush's turn. He's going to attack. That's an 11.
Miss.
That is a 23.
That hits.
Okay. Ooh, that is 16 points of bludgeoning damage. And another 3 of fire. As Olgrush seemingly jumps into the air as if he were light as a feather and lands like a swift kick across your jaw.
Like Yogg holds his jaw as he's looking at this guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That will be his whole turn. So now it's Yogg again.
Well, Yogg's now going to go into a bloodthirsty rage.
Okay.
So he's big and he's tanky.
What's your subclass again for barbarian?
For barbarian, that would be frenzy.
So you're a berserker.
Berserker, yes.
Okay. So, are you going into a frenzied rage now?
Yes.
Okay. That means you get to make an attack as a bonus action.
Yep.
Okay.
And since I can attack twice, would that mean 2 bonus action attacks?
No. That would be 2. That would be 3 attacks total with your action and bonus action.
Okay, so 1, 25.
Hits.
2, 24.
Hits.
3, 27.
Hits.
Plus a d6. 5.
Okay. Yeah, you lay into him with even more slashes. Yeah, so this is, how much total?
Let's see. 17, 8, 20, 28. Oh, I also do a +2 to when I'm raging, so 30?
30 damage.
Jesus.
Okay, that's very impressive. But it looks like it's not enough to get through his rage. You still deal quite a bit.
Yeah.
But his rage is numbing the pain for him. All right. Actually, there's one other thing I got. Okay. Yeah, so he is going to. So Ogrush is going to attack again.
Okay. And since I'm raging, I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Yes. That is a 15.
Miss.
However, he's going to use his second attack to try and shove you.
Okay.
So because both you and him are raging, that sort of cancels it all out. So this is going to be a straight contest. Just both contesting with athletics.
Okay.
A straight roll.
Y'all got a 24.
Ooh. He got a 21.
Ooh.
Alright, yeah, so he tries to like sumo style, like put his hands around your waist and like try and move you closer to the edge of the ring, but you stand your ground and neither of you is going anywhere.
Okay.
And this whole time, the crowd is just shouting like, "Oh, go for the knees! Kick him in the knees! I'll gouge his eyes out!
Kick him in the dick! Kick him in the dick!
Give him the old dick twist!"
My brain's in a scorpion!
Dick is stinking twisted!
What?
Yeah, a lot of suggestions being thrown out by the crowd, but
Yeah.
all right, yeah, it's Yog's turn.
And also some guy yelling that his bed is made of scorpions. I'll get that fixed.
That sounds like a wrestling fan. Alright. Yeah, Yog. Yog's just gonna keep frenzying.
Okay, yeah, so that's 3 attacks.
First attack. 15.
That misses, actually.
Second attack. 17.
17 hits.
Third attack. 27.
That hits.
Plus a d6. So 6.
14. So 14.
20.
So 8. Okay, yeah, 20. Yeah, so that's halved to 10 because he's raging. Pretty good onslaught so far. It doesn't look like his fury has dulled in any sense. But in any case, oh wait, I forgot to mention, 3 fire damage to you from his last turn.
Okay.
Anyway, it's Olgrosh's turn again.
Yep.
So he's going to attack with a 18.
That hits.
Okay. For 12 damage.
So that would be 15 because of the plus 3.
Well, 12 bludgeoning, 3 fire.
Yeah.
And his second attack is a 16.
That misses. Thank God.
Okay. Yeah. Already did the 3 fire, so yeah, that's all he's gonna do.
God, Yog, there is not a lot Yog can do.
On
Magic's
the contrary. No, go on, continue.
Magic's not allowed. However, this guy might not be the smartest. Fury again. 17.
17 hits.
12 miss.
12 misses.
24
24 hits.
plus a d6. So, okay, so 2,
16,
10,
25?
15, 25.
25 total. Not bad at all.
And
And
the fire rune.
ooh, okay. Alright, so let's see. Oh, he got a 9. So,
He's shackled for 4 fire damage.
so you see as these fiery chains sort of erupt from the platform and sort of entangle themselves around him, and they start searing him. He screams out some more, but then you sort of hear the crowd start booing and cheering. It's like, hey, no fair! That's gotta be against the rules. That looks like magic. He's doing magic.
Is it against the rules?
You guys can. I think you guys would have known that magic, or at least spells, are against the rules. But
This isn't a spell.
I believe Marisol is just asking Spider.
yeah, the spider is just sort of like, well, I don't see any magic.
And no,
But that's not what I'm worried about.
what are you worried about?
You can roll either insight or perception.
I'm rolling inside.
21.
The
Okay, you guys seem to notice that Yogg definitely has the advantage in this fight. Which is good for your betting, but not good in the sense that because the spider just brokered a deal for you to throw the match.
Yeah. Well, Yogg has to make it look good.
Probably, but so you do an extra 4 damage to this guy.
Yeah.
Olga's just like, oh, it's hot.
You know what? The objective was to throw the match. Yogg was the worst person for this mission.
Hey! He's got a plan. The meat sack has a plan.
The stubborn meat sack has a plan.
Yes.
And Long was surprisingly willing to trust him, so...
Yeah, so Olgrush is restrained, which means he's just gonna flail wildly, making 2 attacks at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oops. That's a 2,
Miss.
and that is a 6.
Miss. Though, even though they miss, Yogg, acts like he hit him.
Okay, so... Roll... Okay.
Performance, probably.
Well, either... You know what, yeah, make it performance.
12.
Yeah, you do a dramatic you fake a hit, even though nothing connects, and it looks a little fishy, but the crowd seems to be for the most part still on board with it. Yeah. It's like, that hit him? I didn't think. I'm thinking maybe he's got no technique. And do either of them have a technique? It's hard to tell.
Yogg has a technique, it's called claws.
That's not a technique. But yeah, that's his turn.
Everything is a technique if you believe in it. No.
But he will deal 3 fire damage to you.
God, this guy's just constantly doing damage to me.
I mean, yeah, he's got this flaming, he's got a cloak of cinders and ash that's just sweeping around him, and you're caught up in it.
Yeah. How big is this platform?
It is about a 30-foot radius.
Okay.
And the two of you are in the center.
Okay. How big would the radius of his stuff be?
His
cinder and ashes.
It might be, I believe it. Yeah, 1 second. As I remember, 10 feet from him.
So Yogg's gonna get 15 feet away from him.
Okay. I guess he'll use a reaction to make an opportunity attack, unless you disengage.
No.
Okay, yeah. This will also be with disadvantage. That's another 6. I don't think that's gonna. Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're safely out of the way of this this burning tirade.
Yogg's gonna drop the rage.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
You gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Yep.
Okay. Does he make any kind of a saving throw to get out of the chains?
It's a strength saving throw with a DC of 15.
Okay, yeah, but he does that every turn?
Yes.
Okay. He's gonna try to break out again. That's a 14.
Still in it.
Yeah.
And it would take 6 fire damage.
Yeah, so he's just kind of swinging wildly his arms in all directions as he's cloaked in both his own and this other fire. And he's just like, I feel kind of bad for him. I mean, like, burning, that's a way to go. Yeah. I'm not too sure about I'm not worried about him, it's the platform.
Ah, shit, I forgot about the platform. It's probably made of wood.
Roll perception.
Ah, fuck. Wait, no, that would be at the disadvantage.
What? Oh, yeah.
Rolling one more. 11.
11. I mean, he's swathed in fire, which is, you've suspended your disbelief. That makes sense. Okay, sure. Not too sure about the rest of the space around him, though, as you have your doubts.
Yeah. Fuck. I have to try and convincingly throw this match.
What will you do? Oh wait, did you just use your turn, right?
Or
yeah, did all...
Okay, yeah. No, actually, it was his turn. He was trying to break out of the chains.
Okay, right, got it. All right, so it is your turn.
Yeah. I'm going to. Yogg's gonna get back in to the cloud close enough and tell him to, tell the big guy to lift Yogg over his head and throw him.
You're trying to say this to Olgrosh?
Yes.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
6.
It's like for once. So none of you have pegged Olgrosh as a remarkably critical thinker. But Yogg, you sort of see something click to him, like a little, like a candle going off above his head. It's like, hey, wait a minute. You tried to cheat. You tried to cheat Olgrosh out of fight.
And then Yogg says, no, like a liar.
No.
Like a liar.
Well, you failed to convince him.
That's gonna be the end of his turn.
Yeah, okay, so Olgrosh, he still doesn't want to be bound up by chains, so he's gonna, keep struggling. That's an 11.
God, this guy...
He's rolling low.
6. Next turn, Yogg's gonna, the chains are... Yogg might want to just try and, bite into the chains to, break them.
Can't you drop them whenever you want?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can. Can't I? Huh, didn't think about that.
Yeah, so that is... I think he just did his turn. Wait, does it say he has to use his action to try and break out?
when you hit a creature, must succeed. While strained, the shackle's target takes 2d6 fire at the start of each of its turns. Target can repeat the saving throw.
Okay, so yeah, it doesn't say it uses its action, so he's still gonna try and attack.
Yeah.
That's still 2 attacks with disadvantage. Oh, that's a nat 1.
He swings wildly.
Like
Yeah,
an
he-
idiot.
he misses. And the other is a 14.
That still misses.
Yeah. Still, you get 3 points of fire damage, Yogg, as that happens because you're in his range.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of thrashes like, no one ever wants to fight Ogrush fairly. They always, nobody think Ogrush good fighter. Ogrush showed them. Ogrush make you lose.
Yeah,
buddy.
Yogg's gonna.
No!
Yeah, Yogg's gonna try and make this fight the most convincing win of his entire life. As the so it's Yogg's turn now.
Yep.
So first off,
what are you
the
trying to do?
First off, he like the chains go away,
Okay.
and Yogg again is going to just tell this guy to, because Yogg's not raging, so all damage for Yogg is going to be full. Yogg's going to tell this guy to just like hit him as hard as he can.
I think that might be a persuasion roll with disadvantage.
Uh, 8.
Well, he does kind of know what you're trying to do, but at the same time, he just kind of stares at you, blinks, and goes, "Oh, okay."
Oh, this poor simple boy. This-
Someone
Is that-
is finally at Yogg's brain level.
Oh,
is that-
Yes, that is
Is that-
Yogg's entire turn.
All right, yeah, yeah. Okay, so Olgrash is just like, "Oh, okay," and then he just winds up and delivers like a huge haymaker, which is a 23 to hit.
That hits Yogg, and like to sell it, Yogg is going to like jump as far back as he can.
Okay, well, it's a genuine punch, which means you're taking 16
16,
points of bludgeoning damage.
I think
And
that's
fire,
horrible, but
and-
I got worried.
7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13,
and
14, 16,
and three fire.
3. Yeah, Yogg's legit not looking good.
Yeah, he just sends you fucking flying.
Yeah,
but he
Yogg
also-
is like when when the fist connects, Yogg literally just jumps back as far as he can. He doesn't care if he lands in the
In the mosh pit.
like- he doesn't care if he
Goes
falls
off the edge?
thing. Yeah, falls off the edge.
Okay, well, we'll see. Let's see what happens because he has one more attack. That's a 12.
That misses.
Okay. So you are at the edge of the ring, but you're not teetering. You're still up on your own 2 feet, but your back is against the figurative wall. And
Yogg-
down below you is just the swamp where you see something swimming around in there.
Yogg literally looks at the guy, looks down at the swamp, and starts thinking, which do I want to deal with?
Well, it is your turn.
Yogg is going to walk back and just slug him across the face. Like this is no longer like a punch like his claws. This is just a straight up punch from Yogg.
Okay. It will still deal the amount of damage that your claws do, but it will be bludgeoning. So roll to hit.
Oops.
It's okay because Well, you are exhausted, so that is with disadvantage. The 28 will still hit, though.
Yeah, and Yogg, still, like, with his other fist, just goes for another punch.
Are you still enlarged?
Yes. Fuck,
Okay.
that still is decent. 5.
Okay. Okay, so that's that amount of damage. You said you were doing another attack roll?
No. Yeah, that's the end of Yogg's turn.
Oh yeah, I forgot Yogg was still in Gigantamax mode.
Okay, so he takes a total of 7 damage.
Okay.
He is still raging.
God, this guy is tough.
Yeah.
How are the crowd? How does the crowd react to this?
Anybody who wants to can roll an insight check.
Even Yogg?
So,
20.
I mean, yeah, especially Yogg.
Okay. Actually, since Yogg has advantage, that would be a normal insight check. 6.
Okay, yeah. So, so Yogg, it's hard to tell. Your head is like swimming with like adrenaline and like just like a fight or flight kind of thing. It's like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? But everybody, but for you two in the audience, this fight has seemed to have gone like back and forth. Things have sort of been like unfolding in a very dramatic way. The crowd definitely seems to be watching it with bated breath. It's like, oh man, is Yogg going to go over the edge? Oh man, this Olgosh guy, he's really giving him what for. And it seems it sounds like there's a chant starting up, and it's just like, oh Grush, oh Grush, oh Grush.
Look, Yogg's doing his job. Okay. Because right now, he's supposed to lose to this guy, and he's making him look like $1 million.
Yeah. Okay. So, it is Olgrush's turn.
Yeah.
He's going to attack Yogg. That is a
natural one.
no. That's a 21.
That hits.
Okay. And 7. So only the first one will hit
Okay, so
for a total of 9 damage,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
and another 3 of fire.
1, 2, 3. And like as Yogg gets punched, he just kind of falls onto his back.
Onto your back.
Yes. He's trying to make it seem like this punch is like the knockout blow.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I did say that you were at the edge of the ring, which means that
No, because for him to get the 3 damage, Yogg would need to because Yogg walked back and just slugged him.
Oh, okay. So you walked away from the edge. Okay. Yeah. So roll a performance check.
Oh boy, if I ever 6.
Yeah. You go down, but nobody believes that you're out cold. Everybody's just shouting like, "Yeah, get him, Olgrush! Stomp him into the ground! Yeah, get him, kill him!"
Jesus!
I mean, these are wrestling fans; they're bloodthirsty.
These are
Because of course they are.
Well, not quite wrestling, but blood sport. It's blood sport. All right, Yogg, you fall down, but you're prone. So it's everybody believes that the fight is still going.
Yeah. Yogg's going to try and get back to his feet on clearly just weak knees.
Okay.
And just one more just punch right to his face. Actually, no, not a punch. Yogg literally just rears his head back and headbutts him.
Okay. Make that attack roll.
21.
The 21 will hit.
So Yogg, like, rears back and just... BAM! Just headbutts him.
Okay. He stumbles a little at the blow. He clutches his nose and starts bleeding. You still have one more attack, I believe.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
Okay.
Like,
how much HP does Yogg have?
17.
17. Okay. Right. It's Olgrosh's turn.
Like, his AC is the same as his armor class.
Yeah. Okay, so his first attack misses. Second attack also misses. But 3 fire damage. Okay.
14.
Alright. Yeah, it's Yogg's turn. You are not quite in the center, but not quite at the edge. Wait, actually. Wait, yeah, you said you stood up. Yeah, so you stood up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The crowd is roaring, as they suspect that someone is gonna get knocked out soon, but they just gotta find out who.
Yogg is going to return to his normal size. Yeah. And, like, just try to deliver another haymaker.
Okay.
Punch.
Roll to attack.
27.
You reel back, and you clobber him right in the jaw, and you hear a dull crack underneath your knuckles as Olgrosh falls over.
Oh god, no!
And then the bell rings, the crowd erupts with a roar, and the spider's like, "We have a winner!"
Wait.
Everybody give it up to
Yogg, wait,
yeah.
hold on. Yogg, healing word. I can cast healing word on him. And make this fight keep going. And it's like Yogg, like make it to where it's like Yogg is celebrating, like his hands are up. He's like, yeah, yeah, and that would heal him up.
I'll allow it.
Well, he's only getting 1.
All right. Yeah. So the crowd erupts as Olgrosh falls over and stops moving for a bit, and then Yogg looks. It looks like he's performing like just like a celebratory. What's it called? Like a preemptively, and then Olgrosh, his eyes snap open with 1 HP, and he gets to his feet like a fucking zombie. And the crowd erupts even more. It's like, oh my god, dude, he's still up, he's still kicking, oh my god! And then he just sort of marches behind Yogg and clasps both of his hands together, raises it up, and with advantage, crits Yogg.
How much
Okay.
damage?
You know that meme I shared earlier? And how you said, well, if all it uses if all it has is a hammer. Well, this time Yogg is the nail.
Okay, so Marisol and Lanlong, you're watching as Olgrosh stomps up behind Yogg, hands together, raised up, and all Yogg hears is, Olgrosh, win for real! And then suddenly, it's all black. As Olgrosh brings both of his hands down over Yogg's neck and knocks him out cold.
Oh!
He's gonna be feeling that one later.
Uh-huh.
And then the crowd erupts even louder than before.
The spider lady with no magic is involved, but does she care?
the spider breathes a sigh of relief. It's like, well, we have a winner. Ulgrosh the Red. Laser.
All grass.
And then, just just this complete celebration as Ulgrosh races both of his meaty, bloodied hands up, and he's just like, "Yes, Ulgrosh, win fight." And then
Yak took a fall, but he made this man look like a legend.
I think that's a wonderful place to end the session.
Jesus Christ!
Out cold.
With a TKO.
He might be out cold, but this man is a fucking legend right now.
Okay, so that's the end of the session. What a ride.
What a ride. Cherry has been absent for both wrestling episodes.
Well, I wasn't expecting you guys to return to the bog, but I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
Alright. I guess we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Bye.